here with the Magic Pitch Bus, and I'm here with my friends Marsha and Jim Crawford, and the talented and friendly
Jenna King.
With, what's the name of your company, Jim?
With Grand Slam Direct.
Grand Slam Direct. And of course, you know them from Waldorf Crawford. They're one of the great producers in our industry. And we're here checking out some items that we found on the Pitch Bus. Now, you know we've been traveling. I did the entire West Coast. So I went from Seattle all the way down, and I'm here in San Diego right now with you guys. So there's proof that I got here.
She did. She is here.
This product here is the one I wanted to talk about. This is called the Brush Card. This was from Tom. Was it Tom or Bob? We called him Tom Bob. Okay, Tom Bob, whatever. In San Francisco.
Yeah.
We met you the other day, and we love this item. And I have my friends here, and I wanted to know what they think of it, because they know everybody in the industry, and I want to get their honest feedback. Marsha, what do you think?
I just want it. I want it. I want it now. I think this is the greatest little item. It's a perfect ad specialty item because it's embossed. You know, you could certainly put a company name on it really easily. You could, and that's what I would do with it immediately. What do you think?
That's cool.
Go ahead, Jim.
Well, I agree with Marsha. I have to agree with Marsha. I'm our partner, but
no,
or I don't. No, I think it's cool thing, and it's really a convenient deal. I can see how it could really go.
Fit in your wallet.
It fits in your wallet.
Fit in your wallet.
That's the thing, like, so I have my credit card here because I was going to show you. Like, basically, it literally unfolds and it's like goes in your thing. But there is a sleeve. Don't worry, it's not like touch other stuff. But that's kind of nice. I mean, it's the size of a credit card.
I love it.
So I was telling Curtis Kleinman, and
and
that
how
should be
long?
his new mint thing.
I guess how long will it last, and what's the lifespan of that kind of thing? And it's an emergency situation, or just carry around with you.
You don't really carry your toothbrush and your toothpaste with you, generally speaking, but you would definitely do this. I mean, they make little toothbrushes, but they're still chunky.
Oh, no, I think it's a great item. I think it would be a really good convenience store item. I think the key would be getting your cost down on it to try to keep it, under $1, around $1.
Yeah,
would be probably the good hit market for that.
Now, you're a lawyer, so from a lawyer's perspective, he has a patent, but do you think he should worry? Because obviously it's a pretty good idea. I mean,
well, unfortunately, whenever
pretty
there's
good
a good
ideas
idea,
get around pretty quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
So would you say the best bet is to be first to market?
I think so. I think as a rule of thumb in general, being first to market with a great name and a trademark, strong trademark, great name, first to market. With a strong partner that can get you into retail quickly. Even legal aside, I just think that a lot of times people don't realize what it takes to go from an idea and a prototype. I mean, this is a pretty far along idea, a prototype, to market, and there's just a lot of steps. And so I think it's important to align yourself with good people that are knowledgeable and that can actually get you there.
And money. You need money to continue to go forward. You need a lot more money than you think.
And insurance.
Yeah.
Don't forget insurance.
Yeah.
You definitely have to have if you have to have insurance for buttons, if a kid swallows a button, it wasn't intended to be swallowed by a child, but when it gets swallowed by a child, you need insurance. So you definitely need insurance for this, I would have to say. But also, I mean, I just think the line extensions that could go with it, you say this inventor has other things. I mean, I love this. I think this is great.
Yeah, it's really
everybody in your family you could buy them, in multiples. They could sell them in multiples, so for a family of four.
Well, it's interesting. The guy mentioned that he contacted I don't know who it is, and I even buy those brushes. Wisp, those Wisp things. Is that Colgate? I guess I don't know. He had contacted them and showed them the idea, and he said, oddly enough, 6 months later, he saw Wisp out, and he was like, "Oh, do you think I got ripped off?" And I was like, "Well, you never know." But
this is the deal. With these companies, sometimes you have to sign. I went to Hallmark with an idea years ago. I had a company called Greeting Songs, way ahead of times when there were, you could just put it on a little chip when they have a chip and you could do in the card, open up and played it. But I did this and I sold them on Home Shopping Network.
Really?
Thousands and thousands of them. And so I wanted to go to Hallmark with the idea, and so I had to sign a document agreeing that they probably had something like that in development.
Really?
And if I took it there, they might have it in development already, and I had no legal right to defend my idea, my intellectual property.
So then licensing sometimes might not be the best deal. Maybe doing your own research.
Well, I think you're just exposing it. But, there's an old saying, and I think it's true. If you're very, very careful, nothing bad or nothing good will ever happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
so
a good line.
you have to really sort of get a feel for it. Go with your gut. If your gut tells you, and I'm a big gut person, in terms of that, if you have a
You're not
bad
a big
feeling
guy.
about something, thank you. If you have a bad feeling going in, it ain't gonna get better.
This was interesting. So this was a guy that came up with this. This is like, I think, baking powder and like salt, which my mom used to make me like brush
Sure.
with when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
sure.
And it's kind of an interesting presentation. Have you seen this before?
No?
It's in just very few convenience stores, and so you can actually gargle with this, and in 90 seconds your teeth are up to 7 shades whiter. Over and over.
Does he have clinicals for his claims?
I don't know. That's
See,
one.
that's one of the things, because the FDA is really stringent with dental products, and you really need, to have clinical studies.
Well, I mean,
but I love the product.
If there's
I'm
any
dying to
advice
try
you
it.
can give to
Interesting.
the
Very
inventor
interesting.
at all,
I'm dying to try it, and of course they'll ask you about the gums, but with the ingredients that you just, I'm sorry, just grabbed that.
Mhm.
The ingredients that you described, if it's, baking soda and salt, right? Well, salt is good for the gums. It's healing for the gums. So if there's nothing in here, that's the other question I would ask. Is there anything in here for ingesting? If you're ingesting it, is that going to be any kind of an issue?
Sure. Yeah, I think there's some other little preservative thing in there. That I don't know. But it was a good demo, and like I said, it kind of worked.
I'm dying to
So,
try it.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll have to get you one. I think we have one extra one. Yeah.
Interesting.
So we'll let
I want
Marcia
it.
try it, and then she
Very
can come back with a video review. And say,
Yeah.
it worked, it didn't work. What do we
Isn't
get?
that could be really great.
Yeah, it's a neat
I like the
little
name
item.
Quick White.
There's a big market for it. People want whiter teeth, and if it works, and it can be backed up clinically, and they have again enough
That's the
muscle
deal.
to stay alive, because the big guys will go, I wonder if that works or not. Let's just slow them down with a nice lawsuit.
They're very
and
protective
prove
of
that
their
they
market
can't do
share.
it.
Right.
They don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
lose a
They
tiny
worked hard
fraction
to
of
get
their
it.
market share.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys do specifically, and the inventors, and how you can help
Great.
them, and anybody who has a show or an unfinished show, or
Great.
those guys.
Okay. I did my first infomercial. My background was marketing and everything like that. Jim's was in communications. I did my first infomercial in '89. So I'm like one of the oldest standing players. I like to say I started when I was 5. Anyway, so
You look good for 33.
we do a lot of shows. We do long form and short form shows.
So that's a 30-minute infomercial or a
Right.
2-minute infomercial.
Right, half-hour shows, or even down to 10 seconds. And, we work with inventors, we work with big companies, we have major clients, and, we work with companies of all size, and particularly like helping people really understand the needs, like what we're talking about here today, the needs of what it's going to take to really be successful in a highly competitive market. And I would just like to say that, I think that what you are doing and what Alex is doing in Kit Labs and all of that is so important. Getting the analytics, it's much better to have as much information as you can possibly get going in about your product, about your market, about your price points, about everything, so that you can be prepared. It's like a pinball machine once you're inside it. You've got to be flexible and fast.
Sorry, what was the website? Waldorf?
WaldorfCrawford.com.
Waldorf, like Waldorf salad. Crawford, like Cindy. WaldorfCrawford.com.
And Grand Slam. Tell us about that.
So we have two companies, Grand Slam Direct, which is also a production company. We also have a company, Evergreen, that is a products company, and so we do our own products, and then we also do production for other parties. I think we have a very similar philosophy. We try to do essentially projects where we can do a really quality job on the project for a budget that's a fraction of what you would pay at some of the big production companies.
So anyway, if you liked what you saw here, please hit that like button on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, send your comments. We'll be happy to get them to the team here, and they can all respond to the various comments about what was said. If you have some questions specifically, feel free to put your email in that email box right there on the right, Jim's head on the right of Jim, and that would be great. So we're really happy that you watched today. Thank you so much.